Okay, so welcome back, guys. Today we're talking about Git and GitHub. So before we start, let's briefly look at what's the work of a GitHub? What does the work GitHub does? Why are we actually using GitHub? So I think I have some short notes. Okay, now let's see. Now, what is GitHub and why is it used? So GitHub is a code hosting platform for version of control of collaboration. It lets you and other works together on projects from anywhere. So GitHub is just a platform where you upload your work. It's a platform used mostly by developers where you upload your work. Your GitHub is a place to get access to open sources of code. Um, GitHub when you are trying to probably apply for a job, they might ask for your GitHub link. So it they asking for a GitHub link, they believe you have uploaded your work in your GitHub. So probably if you create a site. Once you create a site, let's assume you create or you create a portfolio, or you work with a company, or you work on a project, then you want people to see your work. Just like code showcase. You want people to see your work, you upload your work to GitHub. So it will be the social media for showcasing your work. They also say GitHub is a website for developers and programmers to collaboratively work on a code. Once you upload your code, another person can have access. If you guys want to collaborate, you guys can, like now, let's say we are working for a company. With GitHub, it is easier for everyone to work. Let me say, okay, if the company says, okay, you create your own page, you create the you create the what I say, create another page, then both of you can push your changes to GitHub. So once you put your changes to GitHub and you host it, you'll be able to work freely. They just say the primary benefit of GitHub is to control system, which allows for seamless collaboration without compromising the integrity of the original project. The project on GitHub are examples of open source software. So now let's check how we can create. This is our first time. We have to create a repository where we can upload our work. So let's create a new repository now. Okay, let's assume we have created our site and want to upload our site on GitHub. So this is what we do. Let me go back again. Want to upload our site on GitHub, you create a new repository for that site. So once you create a new repository for that site, you write the name you want it to be. Let me say blog. Let's choose the blog we created the other time. So my blog post, or let's say my HTML blog post. HTML blog post. Then the description you can write, this is for my HTML blog post. Okay, now public or private is you are meant to put it in public so that everyone can see it. Then should we add with me? Git ignore. I'll explain all this later. So let me just create my repository. Then I'll successfully create my repository now. I'll successfully create my repository. Now let's pause here. The next I want to show is Git. Okay, Git is a terminal for GitHub where you write your command lines and do your manipulation and all that. So you can just search Git on Google. Then this first one, you click on it to download it. So once you download, it. Once you download it, you download for Windows, you have for Mac, you have for tablets and other sorts of code. You download it. Once you download it, then you install. Once you install, now although you won't see it on your home page, you can only see when you right click, just like this. You can see this Git bash, Git GUI and Git bash. We are going to be using Git bash. So I'll open my Git bash. So this is my terminal now. This is my Git terminal. Now we have some commands in GitHub, in Git. that we can use. The command that we have git clone. This git clone now is used to clone your website. Let me show you the repository we created. Let's go back. This repository we created now. Okay, this particular link is used for cloning. This particular link is used for cloning. So you copy this link now. Now I want to clone this file, this empty file. I want to clone it on our desktop so that we can upload our work from VS Code or manipulate things there and push it back. You have to copy the link you want to push it into. You copy it here. Want to copy it, then you go back to our Git terminal. Where is it? This is then you type git clone, git clone space, then you paste what you want to clone. This is an empty, remember this is an empty folder now. We want to clone it in our desktop. I want to have that folder on my desktop. So it is inside that folder now. I will now create my HTML, my CSS and all that. So let me tap enter. You see, I'm cloning it now. I successfully cloning it. So if you check your desktop, you have a new file called, you have a new file. Look at it, my HTML. Look at the file I just cloned now. Okay, sorry, this is not it. Let me check. You should have a new file on your desktop. Let me check. Uh, so look at it. If you have a new folder, look at it, my HTML. See, let me expand this so you can see it there. See, my HTML blog post. That is the folder I just cloned now. That is the folder I just cloned now. Okay, now let's go back to our command line again. Let's read. It says we also have git status. Git status is to check where we are, what we have done, our changes, which status to status to check. Git add. Okay, for instance now we have already add whatever I want to add. We have uploaded on this folder now. On this folder now we have input my HTML. I've input whatever I want to input. Now I want to add. I will have to add it to my GitHub, site. So I'll do git add then dot enter. Once I do git add then dot, so I'll then commit my changes. I'll commit my changes and where I want it to store as, what I want it to store as. So I'll just do git commit then I can write anything here. So then I will now push it back. I will now push it back to GitHub. I'll push my changes back to GitHub. We also have other command, but I want us to work with just this 5 for now. So let's do something now. Okay, let me open this folder with HTML. I'm sorry, with VS Code. I couldn't open. Let me use my VS Code to open it. So now let me open this folder with VS Code. Sorry, let me close this one. Okay. Okay, now let me open this folder. The folder I just clone now. Let me open the folder. Open folder. Then desktop, my blog post, my HTML blog post. Look at it. Select it. So now I've opened this folder now. It is inside this folder I will be doing everything I want to do. So let me create a file, new file called index.html. So okay, let me do my boilerplate. Let's change this back to my blog post. Let me close this. Okay, control save. Good. So let me just write anything here. Which one? My blog post to save. Then let me write. Let me do other this thing. Lauren Peso. 30 enter to create a dummy text. So okay, let us have multiple of them. I do Control C, then Control S. So let's check it on our live server. And see now I want to push Now let me just assume I've finished creating my site. Now I want to push the site to my GitHub so that everyone can have access to it. Everyone can see my work. Everyone can see what I've done. You understand? So let's do something now. I'll do Control Save. Once I do Control Save, then I'll drop down my GitHub. I mean my VS Code. Then I'll over on my that file, I'll right click it, then I'll pick Git bash. Open with Git bash. Now good. I've opened my folder with Git bash. Now let's check our status. Git status. See, I'm on my main branch. Look at it. I'm on my main branch. This untrackable files means I've made the changes which I've not yet added. I've made the changes which I've not yet added. So I can do git add to add it and write the name of the file to add, or I can just do dot. This dot means every file I change should be added. Every file I change it, everything I made the changes in should be added. But if you just want to add just one particular part, you just type that particular file. But with this dot means it's everything. So I'll enter it. So I've added everything now. If I should check do git status again to see where I am and what's happening, then you can see now I don't have any see new file index.html. I've added it. Now this file now I must commit it before I can be able to push it back to my GitHub. So let's do git commit. Git then then which message did I want it to have? Let me say uh let me say my blog, then remember always use this sign. I forgot what it's called, but you should always use it. So enter. Now I've committed, look at it, one file change, which is this file, 34 instead of blah blah blah. So I've committed my changes now. Now once I finish committing, I have to push everything back to GitHub. I have to push everything back to GitHub. Let's do git push, then enter. You should see now. Boom. I've successfully pushed my changes now to GitHub. Now if I should go back to my GitHub now and refresh, you will see everything I've done. So now let me go back to my GitHub. This is my GitHub. Okay, let me refresh now. Now you can see, look at the file I created. This is my blog. Look at the file I created. Let's open it and see. Look at it. Look at everything look at the changes I made. This is your code. So now you can see, now if I should send you my GitHub link now, you can see my work. This is my work in here. With my GitHub link now, you can see my work. So GitHub is where GitHub also hosts sites. You can host your site on GitHub too. But I think it's free domain or something. But GitHub is actually places where you can show your work and all that. So I think that is that for this video. So thank you very much, guys.